In this section, we're going to look at WordPress widgets. Now here's the website I've created so far. If I scroll down, you'll see that with this particular theme, it's displaying these strange things over here. So this area over here is what's called the widget area. So as you can see, you've got search, archives, categories, meta. Now the trouble with widgets is it looks kind of dated. It was designed really to work on desktops or laptops, and it's really stemming back to when most people use WordPress as a blog. A lot of people will still use WordPress purely as a blog, but these days most people use it as a website, and we'll talk more about blogs later. But really we want to get rid of all this rubbish. We just don't want it displayed. So let's go and check this out. Let's go and look at widgets. So if we go to the back end, then go down to appearance, and then go to widgets, you can see this is the widget area. And if you remember, the area on the right displayed a search bar, displayed recent posts. Well, we actually haven't got any at the moment. Archives, categories, and meta. So if we don't want any of these things, we can just simply drag them off. You just drag them out of this box. So now we don't have any widgets displaying. So now if we go and look at the front end and scroll down, we've still got the widget area displayed, but at least it's now empty and not displaying these sort of very sort of old-fashioned looking items down the side here, things like meta and what have you. So that's how we've got rid of our widgets. If you wanted to add one back in, it's very straightforward. You can go back to the dashboard here, go to appearance, widgets. So let's just want to display, say, the search bar. What I can do is go down here, look for search. That'll do. That's the search widget. I drag it up here, pop it in there, click on done. That saves it. If I go to the front end now, and then scroll down, sure enough we'll see the search bar. So the idea is if you've got lots and lots of pages, people could type in something here and they could search through your pages, then a list of relevant pages will be displayed. As it is, I don't want this. I mean, what I want really is this whole thing, all the content being displayed right across the screen instead of this stupid sort of blank area at the side. So how do I do that? Well, I have to go back to the dashboard. I'll get rid of the search widget. So now I'll just have that blank area. Now again, this will vary from theme to theme, but if I go to my pages, let's go to, for instance, the home page here, which we were just looking at. If I bring that up, down the side here, under page attributes, we're using the default template. If I click on the down arrow there, what I can do is say, let's have a full screen template. And now if we go and look at the home page and scroll down, we no longer have a widget area because the template for this particular page is working at full screen. So really in this case what I need to do is to go back here, go back to all of my pages one by one. So I'll start with about. I'll go to where it says page attributes and say make this full screen as well. So that's fixed it for the About Us page. We'll go back to all the other pages one by one. So go to Contact Us. Then we'll go down here and change the template to full width. Go back to our other pages. So the FAQ page. We'll make this one full width as well. Go to the gallery page, same thing. Go back to our other pages. Go to the services. Go to the template, again make that full width. And finally we go to the sitemap page and we'll make that one full width as well. Now in this particular case I had to do them one by one. You'll find with a lot of premium templates, remember this one's just a free template, or a free theme rather, with most premium themes you can just sort of activate, you know, as a default sort of full width or show a widget area or whatever. So now if I go to the front end, if I click on any of these things, you'll see they're all full screen now. So you can use widgets over here if you want to. It kind of looks old-fashioned. And the other trouble with widgets is if I go back here and actually change one of these. So let's change. Let's have a look. Let's change the gallery page. We'll put that back to the default. Now, at the moment I don't have any widgets displayed, so if I go to the gallery page, you can see it's empty, so the widget area is being displayed again, but it's empty. If I wanted to put some widgets back in there, I can go back to the dashboard again, go back to themes, go back to widgets, and let's say, I wanted to say, let's have a look. Let's say I want a list of pages being displayed there, so we'll save that, and then under that I wanted the search bar. I could drag that up here and I could say okay, save that. So this was for you know, this was globally setting it, but it'll only be displayed on pages that show a widget area. So here I've gone to the gallery page, which is again displaying a widget area, and under pages it displays all our pages, but we don't really need it because we've got the menu up there anyway, and we have got the search bar. The other problem is that, you know, this idea of widgets being displayed to the right, that was really in the era where people just use desktops or laptops. If I sort of resize this to simulate a sort of mobile display, you'll see that the widget area is actually displayed right down the bottom, and it just looks kind of messy. So we'll go back again to the gallery, and we'll set it back to full width. Incidentally, if I go to Appearance Widgets again, a lot of these widgets are installed by default, but also some of the widgets are there because we've installed plugins. So do you remember we installed the Add to Any plugin? You know, if we wanted to, we could put that over here. We'll just take those off, I remember. What else we got? Do you remember MetaSlider and KK Star Ratings? We installed those. If you want to, you could install and display some of these widgets over here. Or the other thing you can do is you'll notice that as well as just the sidebar here, you've got footer 1, footer 2, footer 3. So let's say you wanted, for instance, a search bar to be displayed in the footer area, which would make a bit more sense. I could drag that up here, put it in the footer 1 area. So the footer 1 area is the footer over to the left, then footer 2 would be in the middle, footer 3 would be over to the right. So what I've done now is I've copied the search widget into the footer 1 area. If we see how that looks, you can see that's the footer 1 area here, footer 2 is over here, footer 3 here. We put it into the footer 1 area, so you know, I've got my search bar. That would make maybe more sense than having them displayed over to the right. Personally, I'm not a great fan of widgets. I used to use them a lot, but that was in the days when everybody was using desktops and laptops. Now, not so much. That said, sometimes you can use them to good effect. It really depends what you're trying to do. But that's really widgets. If I want to get rid of this widget, of course, I can go back here. I can go to Appearance, Widgets. Remember, I dropped it into the footer 1 area. If I wanted to, I could drag it to footer 2 or footer 3. As it is, I want to get rid of it. So there you are, just dragged it out. So now if I go back and visit the site, no sign of any widgets.